Fans. I'm your host, Caden Reif, and welcome to another installment of the fourth season of the NASCAR Moon Studio Series. We are here from Evergreen for the Seattle Humane 400, race number 26 out of 32 in this season's calendar for race number 4 of 5 of the first round of the postseason. We'll immediately take you trackside here and take you to your starting lineup for tonight's race. It's going to be an Oceanic 1, 2, 3, 4 at the front of this field. Gavin takes pole with Yorkie starting side by side with him. Pope will be starting in the third spot in the 31 car, and Hydra will be in fourth. Kai qualifies in fifth place, and Fire in the 9 will be in sixth. Seventh goes to Addicted in the 23, and Red, your points leader, will be in eighth. Ninth goes to Fanned, and 10th will be Gabe in the 28. And rounding out the field in the last row, Cap will be starting in 11th, and Eli on the outside in 12th. We'll take you trackside in just a moment, here from Evergreen for the Seattle Humane 400, race number 26. Some short track action in just a few short moments here. Then. Set that up. And get the window switched. Okay. Alright, folks, without further ado, let's get this show on the road. Gavin, could you back up a bit for me, please? Gav, back up. This guy. Alright, let's get everything underway here. 30 laps here in this first stage, and we are rolling as Kai throws it in the inside wall, and they wreck behind. Pretty much every one of the points leaders just crashed. Rounding turn 2 for the first time. Gavin clear into the lead as they're 3 wide into the fence. That opens the door for Kai to pass everybody on the inside. Gabe's pincered into the wall. Typical Evergreen restart. But we are underway, and one lap is completed. Gavin pulls away plenty from the race lead. Kai second. Addicted cycles out into third place. Fourth goes to Gabe, and the battle is for fifth between Hydra and Yorkie as the 44 will get by on the inside down there. A couple of teammates in that mix for the last stage spot early in the running, and the wall is Yorkie out of turn 2. Managed to collect it. That could have been dangerous there with the way he was getting all squirrely. Runs back down on the inside. Battle for the lead now as Gavin slips up the racetrack. That opens the door for Kai to take the lead away on the bottom lane. And the 57 is up and into first. No, I cannot. Actually, excuse me, I had an error. Speak again.
Can you hear me now?
There we go. Kai into the wall there in 1 and 2.
Yeah, I was saying earlier that the inside and outside lanes both got an equal start, but with the 09 having the inside lane, he got away.
Stretch. But he gets around him.
He touches the wall slightly. That leaves the inside lane open for that 23 car.
Hydra got a piece of the inside wall in that accident. He's missing the front of his race car now, so early damage for the 44.
23's closing in on Gavin.
Gavin up the racetrack there in turn 1, that
up
opens
the
the door. Matching schemes side by side up front. Ooh, and more contact as Gavin goes up the racetrack. That opens the door for Kai to try to take the lead again. Addicted has it at the line. Side by side.
There.
Into turn 1 as Kai's going to be on the bottom. Also Gabe in this mix. Addicted just gets a piece of him and goes up the hill. And that will allow Kai to take the lead. Gabe into second. Addicted trying to get underneath the 28 in turn 3. Couldn't quite find the nose there. Real close battles between these guys up front. It's a matter of just mitigating mistakes at this racetrack. It always has been. Addicted tried to get underneath again. A little bit more speed bleeding on the grass there with the left front, so Gabe continues to hold second. Ooh, man, that's close.
Ooh, he nudges him out of the way.
I'll handle that debris there on the outside.
The 28 nudged the 57 out of the way, and now he's got the lead. The 57 returns the favor, but cannot get the job done.
Ooh, mistake from Kai. Really shallow entry.
Way up the racetrack.
Oh, and he gets into Addicted. That opens the door for Yorkie. 3 wide for second place as Addicted puts Kai into the wall. They lose a bunch of spots as a result. Fire into that mix now as he gets into Kai a little bit. Oh, and spinning back there, Red's into the inside wall as his Fire. Fire is out of the race. Caution is out.
The 10 is still eligible to race, but Fire is indeed done. Red, as a wise Denny Hamlin once said, "Yeah, it's short track racing."
Caution flag flies. Red with a lot of damage now, and Fire, who is looking to capitalize on speedy DNQing, is instead an early exit.
Red's making a bold statement on his radio. He said Kai did that on purpose.
Kai is going to be 1 of 3 for that incident that results in Fire's DNF. And yes, I'll get the death wall up for you guys. There you go.
Okay, Kai, moral of the story, do not text and drive.
Need to get one more view with that. I believe I got it on stream.
Take that as advice, kids.
Let's have that a look at that real fast. Ah, didn't... Oh. Never mind. Oh. Oh dear.
Not a wise decision by Kai, but he is still in this race. Same with Red, although just barely he has lost the majority of his back bumper.
Do I think
the only thing remaining of his rear end is the deck lid and a floating decal.
Do I think that is an intentional DNF? No. Was it smart? Absolutely not. Kai is 1 of 3 to receive penalty points. This is usual. Kinda just fucked over one of the bubble drivers straight up.
And put another playoff contender at risk.
Yeah, Fire was entering this race 7th, and with Speedy's DNQ, had a chance to make up points. And wow. Red, the points leader, was almost out in that wreck too. Would have been worse if he was.
If he was, that would have opened up the window for the 28 team.
Well, I'm trying to get
they would have had a chance to capitalize so hard on that.
Alright, so do 17:59. Max points is 55, yes. So that does end up benefiting Gavin now, who is the next in position to potentially leapfrog Speedy, but he's going to need a lot of points to do it. But the pole definitely helps. Yeah, 55 includes the pole points. It's 50 in a single race.
And the 28 won the race, that would have created
it's 5
about a
for
30-point bubble.
All right, let's get back underway here. Gabe, the one with the lead, back green. Ooh, a poor start, though. He goes up the racetrack. That opens the door for Fan and Gavin on the bottom.
They were nearly 3 wide.
As they race on the bottom of the track. Now Gavin on the inside. 09 trying to retake that race lead. He fights with Fan for the top spot. But up the hill a little bit. But Addicted and Gabe both go into the wall. That opens the door for Yorkie on the inside. He takes 3rd place away. Red into 4th.
Here he comes. He's looking for 2nd.
Down the backstretch, his Yorkie's going to have the preferred line entering turn number 1. Fan got into his quarter panel just a little bit, but not enough to open the door for Red. As Yorkie takes away 2nd place, Fan finds a gap to the inside, just about in front of Addicted. Ooh, but Addicted's got a good exit. Fan's going to have to cut him some slack. Ooh, but Gavin goes up the track from the lead. That opens the door for Yorkie on the inside. Red's got an opportunity knocking as well, as he looks maybe to get past the 25. At least gets past the 09, though Gavin going to try to cross him over. Ooh, lost a little bit of his speed, though. Now dives in underneath. Got into the quarter panel. He's trying to get past that 10, so short track action for 2nd. Trying to find a way around. Yorkie slipped up off the bottom. Here's Red.
He nudges him out of the way.
Down to the inside, and Red takes the lead. Here's Gavin for 2nd. Gonna be 10 to go in the stage this time by... Last time out, Evergreen won by Gabe, who runs 4th, as they were nearly 4 wide for 4th place behind the leaders. 10 laps to go. Here in stage 1, Gavin trying everything he can to catch the 10.
Gabe is secured 4th as 2 drivers went into the wall that were contending for that position.
Hey, you know, if I remember right, it was this track that we had Fire's experience with typing and crashing. And I believe that was with Kai, was it not?
If that was the case, then it just came full circle.
It was. It's... NMSS lore goes crazy.
Red with a comfortable lead now over Gavin as he goes way high in turn 3. That'll open the door for Yorkie. He's net... Gavin now has a full mirror of the 25.
Laps winding down in the stage.
A 7/10 lead for Red. He just needs to hit his marks and he will come home a stage 1 winner. This track is... You need to have some really good precision to master this track.
Absolutely, that is the number 1 aspect of Evergreen, is hit your marks and hit them right every single time. Gavin went into the wall there from 2nd place. Yorkie moves up a spot. Gabe now has the opportunity to take away 3rd place. And Addicted there, but not going to be able to get underneath the 09 out of turn number 4 as Gavin's all over the place.
Oh my gosh.
Great save, but Addicted now has the chance to try to take P4 as Gavin continues to slip way down the order.
Battle is brewing for P2 now. Yorkie and Gabe are close proximity to each other.
Ooh, Addicted up the track now. That opens the door for Gavin to try to get back underneath. Side by side again for P4. Gavin trying not to let too many points slip through his fingertips here. And he gets into Addicted. That allows Poke to the inside now as the 31. Another driver looking for points gets underneath. Addicted on the bottom, trying to split it 3 wide as Gavin couldn't quite get through there. 2 to go in the stage.
Gavin tried the cross under move, but Addicted was right there. He spoiled the party for Gavin.
ran up the track in front of Gavin. Red, meanwhile, trying to round for the last lap in the stage here, and will. 1 to go in stage number 1.
Lead has grown to 1.1 now.
Can Gabe take away second from Yorkie is the question. They're going to go through 3 and 4 for the final time. Red will comfortably win this stage.
Ooh, he boots him out of the way. Here
Yorkie,
they come in. It will not
Gabe,
happen.
Poke and Addicted just comes in front of Fand for the 5th spot as he emerges on top of that battle.
1.3-second lead for Red. Can he duplicate that in the final stage and emerge a winner? Hydra apparently with damage. I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, he hit the inside wall early and is missing only the front end of his car.
I guess I was focused on the leaders at the time.
So Red will continue to extend his points lead thanks to the stage victory. Tough break for Gavin, who had a lot of points slip away there. It is 25 points between him and Speedy.
And Gavin is generally right. As long as you have precision at this track, if you're in the lead, you're in a really good spot. Because it's a short track, it's very narrow, so there's not a lot of room for error. If you're in the pack, you're running a higher chance to make an error.
Well, there is the aspect that he's talking about. It's just that Red has damage, so all the aspects and the little details of running this track don't matter.
Yeah, then the fact that he has damage, so it makes handling a little more hard, more challenging.
It's going to be difficult to catch him because he's going to be very quick. So
I guess in this instance, like Hydra and Gavin were saying, the damage would make it easier to turn in the corners.
yeah, you're missing the rear, it gets easier. So, second stage now as Red takes home a stage victory.
So with that being said, in order for these guys to keep up with him, Red's going to have to start making some mistakes, but the chances of that happening are very slim. As he is always a race win contender.
See if the opportunity presents itself for anybody to get underneath him on the start. Is Kai even here? Kai, are you alive?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he is.
Okay. Gonna ask her again.
Addicted was caught sleeping.
Flag as it tagged the word go as we race into turn number 1. Red.
And they're,
holds the lead.
pile into turn 1.
Oh, Yorkie! Oh no, that was close! And Gavin survives the ordeal. That's 4 wide into the wall is Hydra. Eli tapped the rear on the back there onto the inside wall. So Eli now missing the back of his car.
Yorkie,
sure that was a heart attack and a half for him.
Even Yorkie, he nearly saw an early exit.
So Red continues to lead. Eli.
Although Gabe has been he's fast. He's kind of keeping up with this 10.
Winner at this racetrack last time we were here is the 28. Knows how to win at this place. So Eli missing a tiny little chunk of the back of his race car now. Dropped off only the rear bumper.
Speaking from experience, Gabe has some mad precision.
And this is his kind of racetrack.
As I say that, he goes up slightly. He's going to lose a little bit of ground.
It is worth noting the white part. The part below the white line is flat. Little tiny apron.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, man.
I think Kai nearly saw an early exit from the race there.
Gabe trying his best to keep up with Red. He's doing a pretty good job of it so far. It's basically even speed between these two, barring mistakes. Red's made one here, gave one there. So
Hydra underneath Kai. Hydra's underneath Kai for 4th place now.
Kai got into him. They
he's
go
gonna
into
turn
the
into
wall.
him.
That opens the door for Fan, and
Oh,
Kai
no.
wall flings, and that's going to be a caution as they wreck on the backstretch.
Addicted got piled into and he nearly hit the death wall, but he is okay, no damage.
I would just like to let you know that Hydra literally, at least in turn 1, did not even touch the grass at all.
Yeah. Kai did lift off to try to not hook him, but Hydra was already turning right anyway, so it was basically over. Red continuing to lead with Gabe on his right door. Right behind him is Poke. This is his first glimpse of a top 3 starting spot in this race. Besides him is Van.
So
Yeah, correction. This is his second glimpse of seeing a third. Yeah. I am not the brightest.
this guy, this fucking guy.
Are you
He's
talking
right
about
with
me?
this guy. No, no, I'm talking about Thomas. Well.
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 That reminded me of Captain Smack from Home.
Alright.
Sliding down into you, we're gonna slide up the track. This restart.
Got it figured out. Alright. That ought to do it.
Gabe's gonna pull a Kai.
Green flag. Oh. That.
Oop,
Nope.
oop,
Yeah,
oop.
no.
Oh no. They're all in the wall. Here come. Oh, never mind.
They didn't go in the back. And also, I didn't even fix the laps, so.
I was about to say Hydra was gonna run away with the lead. You got a what?
I'm sorry.
I beg your pardon?
That's not. Isn't it normally measured at MG? Okay, my fault. My fault. I thought.
Are we talking about that stuff? Yeah, it's grams.
I thought it was milligrams. I was like, bro. How we gonna have
Well, sir.
like no, it would be
Sir,
it would
sir.
be really funny if it was like actually milligram. This dude talking about some 500 times straight. You gonna be out for 5 days when you take one whiff.
Some of them are measured in milligrams.
Damn, bro, this shit smell loud as fuck. Missing anybody? No, we good. Alright. Let's try that one again.
Welcome to the Boyka joint.
Back underway again.
Red,
I
this way that-
didn't even put the wall down. Ooh, addicted to the wall. Top 3 get away here.
Poke up to second.
Poke South got the opportunity to try something on Red here. Gets the nose
He's going for it.
underneath, but Red clears him off of turn
If-
4.
If Red had a rear bumper, then
Ooh.
he and Poke would be leading, and here he comes. He's going to try to lead for the first time this race.
Straight into the wall is Eli and Kai back there.
Oh, both of them
3
messed
wide
up.
up the track. Gabe now onto the inside. 3-horse race for this lead. Poke gonna try to cross him over. Got the nose underneath, had to lift. Man, that was close. A little bit of a bumper, a little bit more. That opens the door. Red now right on the back bumper of Poke for second place. He's gonna dive it all the way down there to get underneath him, side by side for second.
Red spoiled the party for the 31.
And Red back into second now.
Oh, into the wall goes Poke. Gabe back out front.
Ooh, Red with a mistake. He goes up the track. Just a little tiny bit. It is oh so close. On speed between these two leaders. Gabe and Red are in a dead heat in terms of lap pace right now. Gabe doing everything he can to maintain the lead against the car with the advantage.
Kaden, you mentioned horses underneath the engine. I beg to differ for that 10 team right there. It's running off of vitamin D.
No, I'd say Red's running off crack right now.
Yeah. Red did have a chance to get underneath the 28, but he had the door shut on him.
It is so close. Gabe's just got to play perfect defense here for now. And is doing so. Doing a good job of parking the bus. Lifted a lot there to keep it on the bottom. Red ran into the back of him. Almost got him out of shape, but didn't quite hit him in the right way to get him out of the way.
The 28's mirror is full of the 10.
He's going to
and
defend the bottom, and they go into the wall! Gabe puts Red into the wall. Now Poke is in the mix. He takes away second place. Fan joins these leaders as well. Poke now gets underneath for the lead. Side by side here. Gabe is going to slot in behind.
What do you mean, Mason? Like a collective 26?
Gabe trying to get back past
Yes,
Poke
we do.
for this lead.
It's a collective 26 horsepower.
Fan
We just stuck at arrow. Yes, as evident by that 10 car.
4-car battle for the lead. Well, if that was the case, they would have been suicide by sniper. 20 to go on the stage, by the way.
I can only hear some water engines. No,
Here's
not.
Red.
Red's using a Sunny D engine.
Down low.
Oh boy, they're up in the wall.
Up and into the wall. Oh, Gabe. Very sideways there. Now dives underneath. I'm not sure how happy Red might be with Gabe right now. 28 gets back past. Poke pulls away with the lead. Gabe defending as low as he can go. That opens the door for a fan on the bottom to try to take it 3 wide. He backs out. Gonna be a 2-horse race. Gabe gets back behind Red. And Red takes away second from the 28, but he's got a long way now to Poke thanks to that massive battle for P2 for those couple laps. Gabe is diving it as low as he can go, all the way against the inside wall in the grass.
Gained a little bit of ground.
He is desperately trying to keep up with that 10 and keep him at bay.
At the same time, the 10 is slowly closing in on that 31.
A little bit of a mistake there from Gabe. He slips up the track. 15 laps to go in the stage now. Red trying to gain some ground on the 31. Right up the track a little bit. This battling has pulled Yorkie and Addicted up to fan as Gabe got the inside wall. Now here's the 62 underneath, as well as the 25.
Gabe's going to lose valuable
Ooh,
position.
he got into Yorkie
and he
now.
may even lose another one. The 23 gets underneath him. The 25 booted Gabe out of the way.
Gabe turned down into him. They're going to go 3 wide in turn 3. Gabe nearly turned Addicted.
Boy. He's still there.
Just about got underneath. And retakes the 4th spot. Aggressive driving so far from him, and not a surprise at all given the championship battle. He takes away the 4th spot. Now Addicted and Yorkie fight for 5th.
With all that tussling, the 62 is now in 3rd.
Tell you what, though, big mistake from Fand in turn 2 that time as Gabe pulls right back up to the back bumper.
He is fast. The children are fast, but Big Bird is faster.
Whew, that was close by both of those guys with the inside wall. Gabe now gets to the inside of the 62, and he's going to take away the 3rd spot, though Fan puts the bumper to him, but couldn't get back underneath. Gabe gonna block him all the way down to the low line.
The top 5 get stage points, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay, I'll watch Yorkie and Addicted back here. There's a battle brewing between these two.
They've been in a deadlock for a while. Now Fanned underneath once again. Side by side for 3rd. These two have been squabbling for a handful of laps here. Gabe gonna cross over Fanned. Ooh, slowed down on the bottom there.
Yorkie entered high. That allowed the 23 to get to his inside.
Those two battling is allowing Hydra to put himself into that battle.
28 enters in, nearly turns the 62.
Ooh, man.
He had to back out of that one to avoid disaster.
Hydra underneath Yorkie for 6th. Yorkie gonna
The
cross over
62
his
and the
teammate.
28 both dived it in.
As the laps wind down, Red is getting ever closer to the 31. Fan got the inside wall there in turn 1. Gabe back underneath.
Big mistake
again.
from the 62. Here comes the 28 on the inside.
Gabe got a bit of the apron that puts them up the
Oh, they
hill and
both
Fan
go
into
up.
the wall. It has been a fabulous battle for the last half of the spots in the stage points.
Meanwhile, in the limelight, Red is slowly erasing Poke's lead. He is now down to 3/10, make that 2.5 tenths now.
Poke can just keep it clean, especially with Red going up the track just a tiny bit there in 1 and 2. I think the 31's got it made. He's just got to be consistent and not lose time. It's not
As I mentioned, precision is key, so as long as Poke can hit his marks, he can be safe.
Great line there. Although bled a little bit of speed. It's just going to be a matter of
Same
defense.
with the 10.
Absolutely. So it's going to be close between these two for this stage victory. It's going to be just 3 to go at the line for the 31. Poke in desperate need of some points amidst the battle for the final couple spots above that cut line.
Poke was in the high lane throughout that corner. That allows Red to slowly close in further. Looks like he's going to do it again. Here comes the 10.
2 to go. Can Poke hold off Red? Red up the track. Poke up the track as
Same
well.
with Poke.
He's just got to keep him from getting underneath. Red has gotten all the way there.
White flag in stage 2.
Last lap. Red seemed a little
And
worse
entered
off.
higher
on
than
turn 4.
Poke. Ooh, a little bobble in turn 2.
Through 3 and 4 for the final time. Poke built up enough of a gap to hold him off. It'll be Poke and Red, the top 2. Down to the stripe, Gabe wins the photo finish for 3rd. Fan comes home in 4th, and Addicted in P5.
Well, the 10 got airborne when they were coming to the line, so he could have flipped. The pole sitter was. The pole sitter has been struggling with lag this race.
So as we take a look now, Let's have a look at your standings. Give me a minute to fill this out.
Yeah, the 09 started on the pole, and he went from that to a 6.9 second deficit throughout stage 1 and 2. Looks like the home run derby is on.
Alright, so
Anyone watching the home run derby off to the side?
nah. Apparently they changed the format for it again this year. I really don't know why. I don't even know what they did.
Reggie Jackson would not be proud.
No, definitely not. Okay, and there. I think it was 3 for Poke. Okay, now let me do this stage. So Poke sits just 1 point behind Fire. It's really not been too shabby of a race for him today. 11:02 his point count. Red again is just running away with that points lead. He sits at 12:05 now, which is a 31 point lead on Gabe. Yeah.
Gabe is right.
Of course,
Cautions
there'll be another
barely
reset
fly.
once we're done with this round, so we'll see how the bonus points stack up. But yeah, it has been a lot of points for Red this round. And 3 for Fand. And
You know,
1 for
we have hardly had any cautions this race, and Gabe is right. Track position is important, but also at the same time, there is a high chance to make an error. And if you're unlucky, you're gonna wave goodbye to a potential trophy.
Yeah, Evergreen is always a track that has just a ton of green runs, so it is not a surprise the track position has been so important here today.
It's like a Ryan Newman of racetracks, hard to pass.
Absolutely. Red is going to be starting on the outside here, so we'll see how that goes for the 10 car. But being up front is beneficial. Usually the top 3 or 4 like to break away. We'll see how this restart affects this race.
You have heard the money stop. Now listen to this. The money
Ooh,
start.
Gabe puts the bumper to Poke. They were
This could
briefly
be it.
5 wide for the lead. Eli
They're spinning
spins
in the red,
around.
but 45. He's backwards, but oh, here comes Hydra.
Hydra on the bottom now for the lead. Red falling backwards on the outside as well as Poke. And Red spins down into turn number 1 as they're going to crash. Addicted goes around.
That was about 4 cars right there.
He's
Here
the
comes
only one that
Cap,
goes all the way
side by
around. We stay green as Red
Cap
got it
side by
saved.
side. Cap was side by side with Hydra, but now he's got the position. Poke is trying to rebound.
Catastrophic
98
there
out
for Red
front.
into turn 1. This is a huge battle for the lead. Poke on the inside trying to retake the top spot. Gabe joins this battle as he goes underneath Cap for second. Cap cuts him down up the track. That opens the door for Kai. Is he there? He is, but he's going to back out for his teammate.
A lot of these drivers that were in the back. In
Gabe got the
stages
inside
1
wall.
and 2,
Now Kai gets underneath for second.
a lot of these drivers that were in the back.
Wreck on the
someone
back
from
stretch
death
as
wall.
Yorkie's into the inside wall. Still green yet
Oh,
again.
boy.
Eli backwards again.
Yorkie just called someone a mutt.
Wrecking on the backstretch as Red goes around now. Still a small wreck, but he's going to go around big time. He's backwards in the outside wall. Collected his teammate Fand a little bit. This has been absolutely chaotic.
Oh boy.
Red gets it facing the right direction, joins Addicted and Yorkie way behind the pack. Man, I couldn't explain this run to you if I tried. Cap and Kai fighting for second. As the 98 gets underneath.
As I was saying, a lot of the drivers that were in the back in stages 1 and 2 are now making their way to the front.
Goodness gracious.
My GPD.
Everybody was absolutely everywhere there.
Oh, Kai's looking
Cap
second. He
got into Kai there. Maybe a bit of intent that time as Kai goes back down and into the outside wall. Great save there.
What was that?
Kai saved it. Drops all the way to the back end of the pack. These guys are getting into some gang wars here in Evergreen. This is the last place I'd expect that.
So after that, that puts Gavin up to third. He'd been fighting with lag all race, and now he finally has a chance to redeem himself.
Poke is gone in the race lead now.
I said that was okay, so he accepted that little chop block by the 98.
Poke a winner one time this season. His victory came all the way back at race number 5. It was Las Vegas.
After all that, Poke now has a very healthy lead over Cap, 1.2 seconds now.
21 races since Poke's last victory.
Now I am lagging. Joy. Y'all can still hear me, right? Oh, this...
Yep. It's a little laggy, but...
Oh, yeah, you can. Oh, okay.
Yeah, you got a bit of ping.
Okay, there we go. Yeah. Try a lot of ping. That was about a lap and a half that I was frozen.
Yeah, your response was like 5 seconds after I said anything.
Jesus. I need some better internet.
Tell you what, man, you'd be right. So it is all bubble drivers, 1, 2, and 3, and all Oceanic cars, as it's Poke, Cap, and Gavin. All drivers below the cut line looking to make a big splash here. And if Poke were to win here, it would put him above Speedy for that last spot in. It has been one heck of a comeback for this 31 car in this round of the postseason. He was a long way back starting off and had a couple of rough races here and there. Started off in the 10th position, 28 behind. Fell as far as 38 below the cut line. In fact, actually, no, it was 41 following Michigan.
When Poke wins, we all win.
He's been a long, long way out of that 6th position, trying to get above the cut line, and if he can win it here today, it would put him above. Gavin and Poke, both, if they were to win, would be in the 6th position going into the final race of this round at Nashville. So every point matters. Gavin, with where he runs right now, would be getting 17 points. That would put him up and into... Let's see. It would be 11:22. He'd be trailing Speedy by 8, and if Poke would win, he'd be trailing Poke by 10.
Poke has been maintaining his lead so far.
Cap also in desperate need of some sort of spark to put himself back into the mix for the final spot. Sits at 10:77 right now. If he win, it'd be 11:07, which would put him 23 points behind Speedy. If he were to win, it would be 10:97 if he were to finish second.
Some needed points for the 98.
Need points for all three of these guys for sure. Fan slips ahead of Hydra there. He moves into 5th. Field very spread out after just the absolute chaos that was that restart. And with everybody so far apart, it'll be interesting to see how it plays out and where everybody finishes, and if we even get a caution. It's going to be hard to get one with the field spread right now. But nothing's out of the question at this point in the race. Kai and Red were battling for position there. That was for the 7th spot, as Kai got the inside. Oh, he stopped.
Oh.
Got a piece of Addicted there.
Stop. And he just lost 2 spots from making that comment. Like I said, kids, moral of the story, do not text and drive. Yeah, you typed, ended up slowing way down, and you were being a traffic cone.
Turntables.
You were a traffic cone in the middle of a 4-lane highway.
Great analogy, I like that. All 31 up front, it is halfway in the stage, 25 laps to go.
What is the 57 doing? He was wiggling on the straights for some odd reason. Or he may be fighting some lag.
Nah, he's bored as shit. I recognize that. And don't do that, please. I don't want you to wreck. Okay.
Oh, barking.
Watch out for the 45 behind you, then.
I originally... Oh,
right, Kai's gonna pull
he's
off
parking
the
it.
track.
If it's for the race, then that would be our first DNF of this race. Or, excuse me, second. Yeah, you're right. Fire. So far, the driver with the fastest lap is Fire with an 18.433, followed by...
Dude, he DNF'd so fucking early. He has the fastest lap.
Yeah, 18.43. In a very close second is Gabe with an 18.44. Eli and Gabe are tied for the second fastest lap. They both have an 18.446.
20 laps to go here from Evergreen. It is as calm of a late race Evergreen run as ever. Poke out front by a long way.
Poke is still maintaining a 1.3 second lead over Cap.
And tell you what, that gap might have only gotten bigger the last time I checked.
He was originally around 8 tenths. Now it's up to 1.2, 1.3, 1.5 now.
Absolutely on rails.
As long as he can maintain his precision, he may come home a winner.
Battle now for third place on the racetrack. Gavin and Gabe are fighting for position.
I was about to mention that.
Trying his best to get as far up the field as he can.
Gabe had the better corner, but yeah, he had the better cornering angle, but Gavin had the better exit.
Man, Gavin cut it so close to the inside wall that time by.
With great risk comes great reward. So I think the 09 is doing whatever he can to make up ground.
With great power comes great big booty bitches. It'll be 15 to go this time by for the 31 car, as Cap and Gavin and Gabe are all very close for that second spot. It's anybody's game.
We got a battle points. Brewing for second place.
Tightly knit are these three for that spot, couple of teammates, and then Gabe in the 28.
This is great news for the 31. When you battle in second place, that allows the leader to get away.
Yeah, Poke is just pulling away. It's not even the ticker being unsure of the gap. He is putting some time between him and the 98. That 31 went up the track that time by, but he's got so much of a gap to work with that it doesn't really matter between him and second place.
Better exit for the 09, so they were about even
Gavin got
that
the inside
time.
wall. Now here comes Gabe for third.
That's going to be bad news for the 31 now as they battle for third. That'll allow
up the track into the
to
wall.
Get away. Oh no. Up in the air.
Climbed the
nearly
wall a
clipped
tiny
the fence.
bit. Gavin got lucky, but now Gabe slows up the racetrack that allows the 09 to get back past him for third.
I think he just gave him that spot.
Hard to say, but either way, Gavin back into P3.
Did.
That he did.
That he did.
Laps are continuing to wind down here.
Yeah, that may have been bad news for the 31 because as soon as they started battling, that lead went from 1.5 to 1.1.
Yeah, Pokin made an mistake a couple laps ago. I was surprised that the gap's a little smaller.
Oh,
Again,
back up to 1.6. Great recovery.
I never trust the ticker. It's inconsistent as shit. It gives you a rough estimate. He's probably about a second and a half up.
I just say it for the realism.
It's probably closer to 2 seconds at this point.
He lost 3/10 there.
Wow. Inside the final 10 laps, as Poke is absolutely on rails and nobody is particularly very close right now. This stage is absolutely flown by and without issue.
I'd say the closest interval right now lies in the middle of the pack between Gabe and Fan.
Yeah, they're definitely closest right now. It might be...
Let me take that back. It's the 09 and the 28.
Fan's a little... I don't know. Either way, kind of close. Not very close. They're not super close, but it's close by Evergreen standards, given that, again, we didn't get any cautions really in this run. But it's an outcome I am not super upset about. It's what you expect when you come here. Poke has just got to cruise to take home this win as it draws ever closer. 5 laps to go from the 31. Thanks, Fire. I already have it tracked. I've been keeping track. It's okay. I haven't updated based on where they run right now. It's just I have the points from after the first 2 stages. 5 to go, coming to 4.
Fan mentioned in general, he said another race where a guy where 9 times out of 10 is going to win with damage. I think we hit that 1 out of 10.
I guess we did, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, Red all the way. He got all the way up to 6th. He passed Hydra for P6 a handful of laps ago, and that's about as far as he's going to get with the laps winding down here.
Well, the 28 goes up the track. That'll open the door for the 62 to take the spot away.
My goodness, that was very nearly a race-changing caution right there.
Here comes the 62 on the inside to take 4th place away, and he does.
Fan gets past Gabe. That'll be for the 4th position. 2 laps to go here from Evergreen as Fan puts a gap to Gabe, and is probably going to put the stamp on that spot and hold on to it. Rounding turn number 4 for the final time. 1 lap to go here from Evergreen.
2 more sets of corners for Pope, and he's going to come home a race winner. Down the backstretch he goes for the final time.
Through 3 and 4, a win he needed immensely. He puts himself right in the crux of the championship battle. Poke wins it here at Evergreen. What a victory for the 31 team. Cap comes home in 2nd, Gavin 3rd. It'll be Fan 4th, Gabe 5th, Red 6th, Hydra 7th, Addicted 8th, Yorkie in 9th, and Eli will come home in P10. Poke with a clutch win as he takes home the checkered flag.
What happened to Kai? Oh, never mind. Eli didn't even cross the line. He's sitting here off at turn 4. He's going to get the position anyway. An Oceanic 1-2-3 tonight as Poke comes home the winner. A win he needed and a win he got. He's going to burn it down through the corners.
That's one pretty sick burnout right there, if you ask me.
Dirt track racing.
He's enjoying it. So Poke, a winner here in the Seattle Humane 400 as he absolutely dominated the latter half of that race, and nobody had anything for him.
Going off of what Hydra said, it's very hard to recover at this track, especially if you're towards the middle or the back.
Absolutely, that's the nature of this racing facility, and we saw it today as we've seen it before. So congratulations to Poke for taking home the victory here today as he will bring it to victory lane.
that, and he also had damage, so that was pretty much a double whammy.
There you go.
Y'all should TP me. And Poke brings home the trophy from Evergreen Raceway, and it is a literal baseball bat.
I didn't change it from the first race. I should have, but I didn't.
Poke can now go hit ground balls.
So that'll do it for coverage here from Evergreen. Poke, your victor. He takes home a very, very clutch win here tonight. Next time, it will be Nashville for the final race of the first round, race number 27 for the Ford Performance 400. I'm Caden Reif on behalf of the staff and Newman joining me in the booth today. Big thanks to him. We'll catch you then, and as always, have yourself a good one.